Hello and welcome to this video. In today's lesson I will be talking to you about the infinitive to be with subject. We may already know that infinitives are verbs that are preceded by to. To run, to write, to wish, those are infinitives. And today we are going to talk about this particular one, to be, with a subject. We have a very interesting fact here. It says that when the infinitive verb to be has its own subject, the pronoun that follows it works as the object of the verb. And I have 4 examples here written on the board. I will be explaining to you one by one. The first one says, Tina wanted him to be her husband. To be her husband. So, husband here is the subject of the infinitive. That is why we are using an object pronoun, her. Tina wanted him to be her husband. And the next one says, we believe her to be the murderer. The murderer here is working as the subject of the infinitive. We believe her to be the murderer. So we must use an object pronoun, her. And the next one says, the coach believed him to be a great player. A great player is working as the subject of the infinitive. Therefore, we used an object pronoun. Or the pronoun is working as an object, as in the rule. It's working as the object of the verb. Believed him to be a great player. Simon wanted her to be Kim. Kim is the subject of the infinitive. So therefore we used an object pronoun. So remember that. And actually among these 4 examples I have one that is a trick one. Did you notice? Tina wanted him to be her husband. No? This here is not the object of the infinitive. It actually, this here is not an object pronoun, even though they look the same. That there is a possessive pronoun, her husband. It belongs to her. Well, metaphorically speaking, it does. So Tina wanted him to be her husband. It is not working as an object pronoun. It is working as a possessive pronoun. Sometimes we have to be careful with the context of the sentences because we confuse object pronouns with possessive pronouns. So you have to be very careful. She wanted him to be her husband. So here, the object of this sentence here is this, the object pronoun. Wanted him. Wanted him. And this together is working as the subject, her husband. Tina wanted him to be her husband. All right? So don't get confused with these little things we have in sentences sometimes. They get a little bit confusing. But we will be working through this topic together so that you avoid all those confusions. Now you are going to help me identify the object of the verb, which is usually an object pronoun when we are using the infinitive to be. All right? So the first one says, we want her to be her maid of honor. As you can see, these 2 words look exactly the same. These 2 pronouns look exactly the same, but one of them is working as an infinitive, as a subject of the infinitive, and the other one is working as the object. So, we want her to be her maid of honor. Her maid of honor. Which one do you think is the object pronoun? This one, right? No, it's this one. Why? Because this here, her maid of honor, is working as a subject, while this one here is working as the object. So that is the object pronoun in the sentence. The next one says, they thought her to be the best cheerleader. They thought her to be the best cheerleader. This is very, very simple. Since we see the only object pronoun here, we know that this is the object of the infinitive. And the best cheerleader would be the subject of the infinitive. Object and subject. And the last one says, Lucas thinks them to be the best musicians. The best musicians would be the object of the infinitive. And them would be the subject. No, right? The other way around. This here would be the subject of the infinitive. And this here would be the object of the infinitive. That is why we are using an object pronoun. So, next I will leave you some homework. Why? Because you need to practice to improve your English. For homework, you are going to write 4 sentences using the verb to be with its corresponding subject and object pronoun. Remember this fact, it's very important that you write it down or take note of it or something so that you avoid mistakes when doing your homework. It is very important that you do it so that you can practice. If you have a workbook, please do it in your workbook. And if you don't, please leave your homework in the comment section below this video, along with any comments, suggestion, or question you may have. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video.